Welcome to Cooking with Madho. Today I show you how to make tofu in coconut curry sauce, almost like a Thai veg green curry. But it's a kind of Jamaican or Trinidadian recipe that I hope you enjoy. It's my original take on tofu in coconut curry. I tried to cook callaloo here with onion. It's a simple stir-fry technique, and I eventually cover the lid on it, and in about 5 minutes this will cook or less time. My goal is not to immerse the callaloo with spices, no. My goal is to have a simple callaloo stir-fry that could then be put aside and eventually added to the coconut curry, so it gives a nice rich flavor. And now it's time to make the curry. Into some butter that's hot, I used Flora butter, not oil. I then add my garlic, my scotch bonnet, and a little chopped cilantro, which is optional. I am not adding onions because the onions were added to the callaloo, and I think that the garlic does provide enough flavor. I will then throw in my curry and create a curry slurry, which you will see. To create my curry slurry, I add the curry powder. I'm using a West Indian generic curry. This brand today is Chief. However, there are West Indian curries that tend to have a higher concentration of turmeric, cumin, coriander. So those are the main combination of spices I use. I make sure that the curry is integrated with the butter or the oil, and then after a minute, I add water to create the slurry. I add to my curry slurry tomatoes to enrich and embolden the flavor. Unlike the Indian technique of using tomatoes at the beginning to create a curry like a tikka masala, I'm not doing that because I want to maintain the rich flavor and the vitamin content of the tomatoes in the curry. In fact, even at a later stage, we could add the tomatoes if we want that fresh kind of acidic flavor. And here it is, we see that the slurry is starting to bubble, and that's what we want. So I put a lid on it, and then I take the lid off and I continue the process by adding some vegetables like my carrots, as you're seeing, and eventually I will also add my tofu, and a little bit of sweet pepper will go in as well. But I want the carrots to cook for a brief while, and you could see here I'm just stirring everything in, and I'm getting ready to eventually add my tofu. I created a rub for my tofu that will go in, and the rub there you see is black and red because it has paprika, chili powder, and black pepper. Paprika, chili powder, and black pepper. I was tempted to put jerk, but I changed my mind because I think that jerk is too robust and too strong or bold in flavors. But I add the tofu into that mix, and then I'm going to add some coconut milk and callaloo. So let's see what happens when I add my coconut milk to create a different color and sweetness to the curry, and then I immerse it with the callaloo. Why does callaloo go well with curry? I think callaloo adds a kind of rich fibrous content and iron, and it also creates a lovely color contrast. Look at how beautiful the colors are in the pot, and I'm very proud of this dish. I'm convinced that it goes really well with rice, plain rice, jasmine rice, basmati rice. It could also be eaten with bread, maybe a hearty bread and soaked up. I do not aim for a lot of curry or a lot of sauce, so I just want a little bit of sauce in there. That's why it looks this way. So tofu is a very versatile dish, and today I've showed you how versatile it is cooked in a sweet coconut curry. It must be noted that you could have added other vegetables like pumpkin, ackee, if you liked. You could have put in mushrooms, but I didn't have that, so I focused on just adding carrots and sweet pepper. But this is a very versatile dish, and it could be eaten in different ways. I suggest that this is best served with rice, so I'm going to serve it with some Thai jasmine rice. But don't be intimidated if you do not have Thai jasmine rice. However, the sweet aroma of the Thai jasmine rice to me works perfectly with this dish. Here is my plating. Thank you for looking at Cooking with Maddo. Today I showed you how to make tofu in coconut curry. And I want to encourage you to try this with perhaps a sweet rice like jasmine rice. Remember, when you look at Cooking with Maddo videos, do not just subscribe, but also click on the notification button. I want to thank all my viewers from Trinidad, Jamaica, Guyana, Suriname, and the diaspora in Canada, US, Holland, UK. I want to thank all my friends from Singapore, Korea, Pakistan that look at my videos. Ciao gayo, bye bye, Firmilinge.